This is my cat, still my cat. It was a kitten in this picture. A few words about myself. I was born in 1972. I look slightly younger than that, my 47 years. I started being passionate about IT in 1982, mostly because of the Tron movie. I joined the Oracle Secret Society in 2004. I discovered this strange world of the databases. And in 2006, I discovered Postgres. I fell in love with it, and I still think is my best gamble. At that time, it was a massive gamble, and also what I will tell you in this story, it was a massive gamble that paid an interesting thing. So everything is going incredibly nice. And I have a Postgres tattoo on the right shoulder. I have this reader, so I won't show you for now. And also I got FreeBSD tattoo on my right shoulder near the Sloan logo. So, and yeah, I work as a freelance DevOps data engineer. I do a lot of stuff about data. So if you want to get in touch, the first link is my blog. Twitter is for Dr. Scarf. I'm a huge fan of Doctor Who. GitHub and LinkedIn. So please, the slides will be shared after the presentation. So all the links and all the stuff inside, it will be available anyway. So PostgreSQL Day. A PostgreSQL Day is also known as a PGDay, and is a day dedicated to PostgreSQL. It can be, it's different like a big conference. It can be nationwide, local event. There's a lot nowadays about this thing. And the main goal is to spread the word about Postgres. So doing advocacy, doing technical presentation is very variable in terms of what we can find inside the Postgres Day. Usually single track, one day. There are some bigger Postgres days moving into 2 tracks. Still staying in one day. Usually the previous day can be some tutorials, but normally it's just contained in just one day. It comes from the name after all. It's accessible, affordable, it doesn't cost too much compared to the bigger conferences. And there are many of those. Of course, the PGDay Italy. When I've written this presentation, there was no yet the outbreak of the COVID-19. So all these conferences I'm listing here were still up and running. Now a lot have been cancelled. I think the PGDay Italy has been cancelled. The PGDay Austria is still there. They're still going for that. So probably it will happen. PGDay Paris and not the PGDay has been cancelled. And thank goodness the Fosden PGDay happened before the outbreak. So we had it. And there are a lot of those. Also the PGDay Visa, I forgot, apologies for that, but has been cancelled as well. So how this thing started? Well, our story begins in December 2006. So let's start with, I gave to the sections the titles of Wish You Were Here. I love Pink Floyd. So the first one is Shine on Your Crazy Diamond, because it was a craziness when this thing started. And it started between December 2006, January 2007. Now, in Italy, there is a long-running event called the Linux Day. The link is in Italian. You can visit. There's this recurring event at the end of the year, usually in October. I think it's the last Saturday of October or something like that, where every Linux user group in Italy organize a day of promotion for Linux. And shortly after the Linux Day 2006, and I participated in this thing. I used to help to organize this thing in the place where I lived, in Tuscany. And I thought, why couldn't we have a day of promotion for Postgres? We can call it the PGDay. So then I decided to send an email to the Italian PostgreSQL mailing list. We weren't too much involved in the international community at that time. So we had this local mailing list, unfortunately, is no longer there. But I kept the email. This is the original email I sent the 4th of December 2006 at 6:41 in the morning. Yeah, I'm a morning person. And this is in Italian. I translated for you. So I said just, oh, what do you think about organizing a PGDay? Near the anniversary of Postgres, so 8th of July, we can make in a city simple to reach for the most, maybe Rome. Ciao, Fede. So Fede is the short for my name. Usually people call me that way. And so the message was followed by a lot of feedback. People were incredibly interested in organizing a day. There was no such thing before that idea. So, and after some discussion, we decided to set the location in Prato, Tuscany, near Florence. Is probably 15 kilometers, 20 kilometers from Florence. Very nice city, good to reach. But the reason why was because we had this strong Linux user group there. And the Prato Linux user group, known as Plug. And all the Plug members were deeply involved in organizing the Postgres Day, the first Postgres Day. And without them, the Postgres Day would not be possible. So kudos to the Plug, kudos to all the guys that made this thing possible. So we also agreed to have the start date, the date of the PGDay, the 7th of July, 2007, which remembers the CH mode 777. So we were massively inspired by this thing. So we said, wow, we are doing an open source event, the day 777, the most promising one. So we were incredibly excited. And we prepared for an informal day of promotion because we didn't think that people would show up in great number because Postgres was massive. It was unknown to the most at that time. And we were planning for a barbecue probably at the end of the PGDay, and we were expecting no more than 20 people to show up. So, well, then things started running in the wrong but wonderful direction. And so I started again this thing. I decided to send an email to the PGSQL announce and let the Postgres people to know that we were planning a Postgres Day. So, oh wow, look at us. We're doing something fine for Postgres in Italy. Please support us in some way. And so I sent this email. 21st of December 2006, the Solstice Day. And so I announced that there was the website. At that time, we had just a wiki, a Docker wiki, if I correctly remember. And it was all in Italian language. We planned the date, where to do, and more detailed information will come soon. So Christmas, happiness, a lot of celebration, and just after the new year, I received this email, 3rd of January 2007, from Josh Berkus. And he said, oh wow, you're doing a Postgres Day in Italy. Oh, I will try to get Sun Microsystem to fly me there. So I don't think my Italian is good. I remember he also mentioned that he was learning Italian for presenting in some way in Italian. And so I received this email and said, wait a minute, Berkus? That just Berkus? Wow, we had no idea that people will come from the Postgres community to our little event. And we had to make it more professional than we thought. And we had no bloody idea from where to start. So that was the first moment of panic. We started screaming on the mailing list, thinking about how to do things. We had no idea, absolutely no idea how to organize stuff. So we move into the next session, and is welcome to the machine. That was a massive machine to start. We had no, probably if we knew how much work there will be, we will be scared. But we started learning stuff on rolling. Meanwhile, things were moving. And so we had to make a list of things for organizing the PGDay. So first thing, find a venue. Open a call for paper, set up the website. We still have the Doku Wiki up and running in Italian. Obviously, it had to be in bilingual, at least Italian, English. But we ended with the three languages, even French, because we had a lot of people from France coming to the PGDay. So we decided to extend the languages to the website. So try to improve the website visibility. Nobody knew about that thing. And then realize that the attendee will need to eat something, so get the quote for catering. And then we realized that we had to get insurance for the venue because people can get hurt. So something that covers the cost of the for any accident that may happen. And yet the police said, oh, we need to know about the event because we need to help to manage the security. This is the norm in Italy. So we had to also go through all the bureaucratic process for making this thing working properly. And at some point, somebody said, oh, why don't we set the live translation, Italian-English to English-Italian? And that was one of the features of the PGDay I never seen in any other place. But at that time, we had the live translation. So people could speak in their native language, and the others will get the translation with the infrared headphones. And yeah, try to get discounted rates for the hotels out. By the way, when this thing ended, all the others, the Association of the Hotels in Prato, sent us a gift because they said, we are filled up the hotels for probably the next 6 or 7 months in terms of people. Usually we don't get so much people in the hotels. And that, yeah, a lot of help. People that doesn't speak Italian to arrange travel. That was quite intense as activity because of the time zones. So we had a lot of IRC chat with people, finding out the best places, travel, how to arrange the contacts, and physically we also picked up people from the airport when the time. When the PGDay started. So, well, why not organize a tour in Florence? Well, we are in Tuscany, a lot of beautiful places to see, in particular Florence, a beautiful city. So why not organize something after the day after the PGDay? And then we realized that we forgot the most important thing. Where do we get the money? That was the second moment of panic about the organization of the PGDay. That was a problem because the Linux Day and therefore this PGDay shared the fact that there's no ticket and the all the attendees were admitted for free. There was no charge, no money for paying except for the tutorials that were about €11, something like that. It was very, very cheap. So we decided to keep this thing free, and we started searching for sponsors. And this is, thanks to Wayback Machine, how the first website, the PGDay website looked when we published it initially. Obviously, all in Italian. The engine, the presentation engine was Drupal, powered by a Postgres 8.1, if I correctly remember. It was it supported Postgres, so we decided to use this CMS. Not the best one, in my opinion. Quite complicated to manage, but it worked, and the website was pretty decent at the start. So we had this, this first presentation obviously is just, is in English, this page, but there's still some places, there's just still some areas not translated. This phrase means discovered the most advanced free database, but we changed it later. So meanwhile, we were discussing about these things, more people from Postgres were coming to our little No More Barbecue event. And in particular, some notable names: Oleg Bartonov, Josh Berkus, already mentioned, David Fetter, Magnus, a gardener. He was supposed to come also Bruce Momjan, but the travel schedule was changed at the last minute, so we missed the opportunity to meet Bruce at that time. But yeah, it was a shame. I really started crying when I heard, oh wow, it's coming Bruce Momjan. Oh God. So, and Dave Page and Simon Riggs. Wow, that was... for me, it was like, I'm a great fan of the Metallica. For me, it was like having the Metallica. I decided to drop for dinner in my house. That was something amazing. So, and after that, more people, entire representative from the European user groups came to European and not European, came to the confirmed that they will come to the Postgres Day. So, in particular, France, a lot of guys, Germany and Japan. I remember that the day when we started the Postgres Day, the PGDay, he popped up. He popped a guy to the desk. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm coming from Vietnam. I knew about your event. I decided to come, but we didn't know who was, why he was coming. We were just out of the blue. So the words was spread very, very well about this thing. And this is how the website changed over time. So we get sponsors, the website improved. If you look here, we have 3 languages, so Italian, French, English. Also the sponsor, the platinum sponsors, the gold, and plus a lot of information for putting people, and also the place, the venue for the Postgres Day was the Monash University Center in Prato. Is an Australian university which have a branch in Prato. I remember Gabriele Bartolini. He was in. He's an alumni of the Monash, so he made the contact for having the venue assigned, and it was an amazing place because they helped a lot. They were very, very nice to ease our pressure. So those are the sponsors. Some sponsors are still around. Some others are no longer there. In particular, Sun Microsystem, unfortunately, is no longer there. Have been acquired first by MySQL, and then Oracle acquired MySQL. So, but they paid they paid for sponsorship. They presented an amazing. Benchmarking, the first independent benchmarking between PostgreSQL and Oracle. That was amazing. So was very, very nice thing. So other silver, and there's also some well-known name in this thing. And that was also the occasion I met Hans-Jürgen Schöning. I think I got an autograph on the book, so that was the first time we met together. So we move into April to June. Things started improving. We get the money from the sponsors, so we were more relaxed, and we started working on the advocacy. Also, talking each other. He came out with great ideas, and in particular, the fact that at some point we were interviewed by the Free Software magazine. Again, during these interviews, in a completely independent way, each one said something. It came out the idea of having an European PostgreSQL group. So I made a screenshot of the Wayback Machine. The Wayback Machine, this is the interview. I think you can still get the entire thing. So there is the description, some interviews. This is my interview. But I decided to take two quotes. One is mine, and the other one is from Susan Ebrecht, which was, I don't know if she's still in the Postgres user group in Germany, but she was massively involved in Postgres, despite she worked for MySQL. So that was an interesting thing. And one of these things, she said a very important thing. We are a group of people with different backgrounds, but we should work all together using the same principle of the European Union. And that was amazing. That was the first time the idea of an European Postgres user group came out. And this is my part of my interview, where I say the Postgres community, the Italian Postgres community, started has come together to promote Postgres. But then we discovered that collaborating with the international community, in particular with the European people in Europe, it can make up a new Postgres user group, a new network of Postgres user group in Europe. And this thing sparked what is now Postgres Europe. So that was an amazing moment. Without the PGDay, without the Postgres Day, probably there will be a Postgres Europe, maybe delayed, because that was the moment where all the people that started Postgres Europe came together physically, and they started talking about building up this thing. So I've been quite fast in this thing, but this is the last section, 6-8 July 2007. I wish you were here, really. That was an amazing moment. I think I have some memories about the days, a lot of physical tiredness, a lot of problems with my voice. The 6th of July, there were the tutorials. I spent half of the day just explaining about Postgres. The videos are still online, unfortunately, they are in Italian. And I had less, my head was shaved. I used it to have my hair completely cut. Inheritance from the military service. It was very useful to have it in that way, but my girlfriend likes the course, so I will keep that way anyway. And these days were like having a dream coming true. Meeting the people from Postgres, learning how amazing are those peoples, and how amazing is the Postgres community. It has always been amazing, because the people behind Postgres have a massive humbleness. They are genius. In my opinion, they are all geniuses. They're making something that I will never reach with my mind. I wish I have 1/4 of just of their minds. But they are so humble, so friendly, and so communicative that even with the fact that I didn't speak a word in English at that time, I was able to make friendship with a lot of them. So that was an amazing moment. And this is one of the memorabilia I shown before. This is the badge we prepared. Please note the country section has been written with my nickname. I was so bold, I didn't realize the mistake. Few words about this. We break for nobody. That was something I really fought for having into it. This is the phrase written on the Spaceball one in the movie Spaceball, and the idea was. Well, my English is not good at that moment. It was very bad at that time. I believe it was break. I mistaken break for break. So I said that we break for nobody. But that was fun anyway. And we never stopped. We never break it for nobody. We ended in making an amazing conference, I think. This is also the T-shirt. I still have this one, and this is the mascot of the PGDay, and now is also the IT Pub, the Italian Postgres user group. In terms of feeling, the conference was something completely unexpected for us. The people shown up at the end, probably, I lost the files with the names and the counters. But if I correctly remember, it was about 150 people just coming, popping in and starting listening about Postgres. As I already mentioned, we had the live translation, and that was a massive instrument for removing the communication barriers. People just spoke in their natural language, and the others listened even if they didn't speak English. So we had a mixed conference, English-Italian, but everybody understood correctly the entire thing. And at the end of the day, I think I missed one picture. My girlfriend, she's a potterist. She makes gadgets using in Potter. So she made these small elephants, and it was a gift for all the speakers. And also, we elected the most appreciated talk of the day. So somebody got a very special elephant at that time. And we also got a lot of good beer from the German guy. I really appreciate that. I never got something like that. I really miss that. And in terms of pictures, there's still some albums. You can search for PGDay 2007, but I listed these three albums. The first one is from Guillaume Lelarge. The second one is mine, and the third one is from Josh Berkus. And this shows you, if you visit these, it is all on Flickr, these albums, you will see the pictures of people that are still around there. Magnus, Andreas Scherbaum, Oleg Bartonov. There was an amazing moment where all people came together. And let's wrap up. I've been quite fast, so let's wrap up. This experience has been reckless, in my opinion. I was young. I never realized that how much work was behind the conference. So I massively respect the people that made that makes conference nowadays. I'm thinking about organizing something. I was thinking about organizing something else in Tuscany again, but that was stopped by this outbreak. So hopefully it will end soon. Maybe next year we can do something interesting. Unfortunately, after this conference, I had no nice moments in my life, so I had to step down, disappear. Actually, I've been away from the Postgres community for a very, very long time. I think I came back in 2016 when I visited the pgconf in Estonia. And so I was convinced that I was just lighting a flame, maybe without having effort for making this thing working. It will end, the flame will just flame out. But I was wrong. I'm incredibly happy about this thing because somebody else has picked up the flame, has started burning, and new PGDays are appearing every day with a similar philosophy of the original PGDay. Well, they are not free. I think if I had to reorganize this PGDay from scratch with knowing about everything, probably I will also add some tickets for organizing stuff, for having at least a list of attendees and having people to show up. That was a massive gamble, I think, because we could end with an empty room. People just saying, "Oh, we are coming," and maybe not showing up. So it was very risky. we didn't realize this risk. So probably I think the approach for having people pay money is a good way to have people to come to show up at the conference. But I'm amazed by the way the entire thing is started from nothing and is gaining momentum, and the PG days are coming more and more, are becoming, they're appearing basically everywhere. So it's amazing. I didn't realize that that I started something interesting. So yeah, and as a ending note, I want to close this presentation with a quote from Leonardo da Vinci. I will tell you in Italian, then I will try to explain what does it means. There's also the translation. Non chi comincia, ma quel che persevera. That means it's not important the person that starts something. It's important that what has been started continues and perseveres over time, becoming bigger and bigger. And in this thing, I'm incredibly proud because I started something, maybe I just disappeared for a while, but people are picking up this idea and they are continuing to making things working and working, and thank you very much for doing that. I really love you guys because this thing is something I really believed and I still believe is the right way to make Postgres growing and becoming more and more known to the general public. So that ends the presentation. Thank you for listening. And there are any questions about?